I've noticed the more unapproachable I try to appear, the more I get approached. People telling me about their dumbass lives and their useless problems are trying to connect with me about nonsense, thinking I'm mad. Like them, miserable like them. That's what they think, and that's why. When in reality, I'm just trying to avoid being approachable because when I seem positive, emotionally draining types on the street usually flock. When you're a positive person, when you're happy, when you're in a good mood, negative, emotionally draining losers are gonna flock to you. And to me, it's not emotionally draining as much as it's irritating. What you'll notice is, like when you're out at a club, a group of women talking to you, you see friends, and that little clique of people starts to form, and everybody's talking, drinking, having a good time. All of a sudden, someone you met, someone you know, in the group, they're going to encounter that emotional leech, and they'll subtly drain you with their ignominious existence. They'll see that you're a generic, happy, sociable individual, and they'll try to feel better by pissing their loser-ass life on you. And it happens everywhere. It happens everywhere, really. Jobs, etc. But it mostly happens out on the street, at least in my experience. I usually get rid of them by talking about how good life can be, pointing out every positive aspect of life that they're complaining about, so that there's always a bright side. They just get irritated because they want to bitch, and they rarely have counters, because instead of living life and seeing these options they access, overanalyzing what went wrong, and how they could have made it right or can't make it right if they get another chance in the future. They don't understand that while life should be examined, it shouldn't be dissected and dwelled upon, every little minute detail, that is. It's about ambition, it's about conversation, it's about overcoming problems, and all that bullshit. But these idiots will take that and they'll turn it into trivial nonsense without you realizing it at first. But you'll see that they're just boring, yet not be able to put your finger on it. See, most people are emotionless, and as a psychopath, I've noticed that they have a need for mirroring, support, and sympathy, which these losers turn into isolation, loneliness, and awkward silence. Which for me is good, because then I can fuck these boring losers' wives. But not even their daughters, because it's legal here. 16's legal, and I will fuck a bitch at 16. I'm the O. So what can I say? It's the evil oyo. Hey, you don't like it, fuck you. I'll fuck your daughter. Anyway, because it's legal here. But not in New York. And not in LA. But here. Yeah, in Alabama. Anyway, that isn't the point. That isn't the point at all, though. The point is, these clowns are boring, negative retards that drain other people and don't understand that they're causing most of the problems in their lives. Or at least causing themselves not to be able to overcome those problems. And what they do instead is, instead of facing them, they avoid these problems by reinforcing their counterproductive mentalities with positive reinforcement. But the thing is, positive thinking is stupid. Not that you should sit around and be negative all the time, or cynical, because that shit gets irritating too. But this advice usually comes up at a low point in your life when you're facing a tough decision or situation. You see, thinking positive blinds you to mistakes that can build your character and intelligence by taking you out of the present moment. See, you end up placing all your faculties on hypothetical positive outcomes, which results in you passing up opportunities by overanalyzing positive things of the past or imaginary things to be. Like when some dumbass Afrocentric cock drools over Egypt, or some silly Nordicist creams over the glory of Rome. Or a nerd dreaming of a conversation that they didn't take, but should have, and how or what could come in the future. Taking advantage of a job promotion, letting it pass you by. Something you didn't inquire about, but could have been, because you're focused on how great it could become in the future. These are wastes of time. You should focus on present day solutions for the future instead of how the past dictated what has become or what could be. Because, you see, it takes action in the present. And if you don't take action in the present, you may not achieve the desired future you want. It's of the conscious mind that your positive thoughts come forth, so you don't focus on the present time, and that takes your wit away. So you waste time by channeling the useless forms of thought, and it can bring back bad memories you try to avoid. You start dwelling in the past for way too long instead of overcoming mental blocks and ego-based injuries. That's why people start focusing on bullshit all the time. That's why it's like, oh, women are this, and all the guys, they don't want me because I'm fat, or I was fat in high school or some shit, and blah blah blah. They don't overcome these problems. If you want to succeed and grow, you have to. It's imperative that you relinquish positive thinking. For it's of the failure, the homo, the pro, the weakling, and the fucktard, and other assorted fools who don't have the power of the O and the knowledge of the Felden to guide them. You see, this always leads to emotional crutches. Emotional crutches like nice guys for white dudes or good black men for nigwads, which are usually just buzzwords. Nothing but buzzwords for some inept loser not getting what they want out of life, then bitching about it at work to the O when he doesn't fucking care. Because the fact is, I'm trying to eat my goddamn teriyaki and Pocky Sticks, and I don't give a fuck about your fucking dreams and your hopes and your failures and all that crap. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I don't fucking want to hear it. And another thing I hate is when I'm fucking eating. This has nothing to do with the topic, but I buy some food and it's like, ooh, I bet that tastes good. Like, yeah, bitch, that's why I bought it, you fucking asshole. Shut up. Ooh, what they're really saying is, can I try that? Can I try that? Can I try some of that? Just ask, you fucking fuck ass. Quit being a douche and just ask. Ooh, so good. I'm grabbing at your food. Shut the fuck up. God, fucking hate you people.